Hi guys, okay, so you're probably wondering why the hell is this video starting off with a voiceover. So basically I did actually film an intro and outro for this video, but when I was looking over the edited footage I did realise that I had literally had lipstick all over my teeth, so I just decided to cut it out. Also, I am so sorry I have been away for a few weeks. I just wasn't really in the mood to film, and I would rather put up a video that I'm happy with than just put out a video because I have to. So I hope you guys don't mind. One more thing, I know this is like a fail of a video, but I just wanted to mention about the quality of the video also. It is a little bit off because I did film this quite late at night, so I'm really sorry about that. But I wanted to put out a video for you guys and I was pretty happy with the finished video, so I really hope you guys don't mind, and I hope you guys enjoy the video anyway and enjoy the look. So yeah. So I've already started off by moisturising my face using my Neutrogena Pink Grapefruit Moisturiser. I love this stuff, it smells amazing and it keeps my skin feeling so soft. And I'm going to spritz my face with a little bit of my Mario Badescu Rose Water. I really love spraying my face with this before and after doing my makeup. And then before I start my eyes, I like to prime my face so that when it comes to doing the face makeup, my primer is all settled into the skin. I'm firstly going to start off with the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer, and I'm going to be applying this all over my face. I really like this because it does help to control my oil slightly. So all I like to do is I just like to pat this in all over the face. I'm then going to go in with my Benefit Professional, and I only like to go in with this where I have the most visible pores. And again, I'm just patting that in to my nose. Then once I have prepped my skin, I then move on to my eyebrows and my eyes. So I'm going to do my eyebrows quickly off camera because I feel like my eyebrow routine is just kind of very simple and I don't want to include it in the video, else the video would just be way too long. If you guys would like to see a whole in-depth video about my eyebrows, then please let me know. Okay, so I've just done my eyebrows off camera and I'm now going to move on to the eyes. So to start off with, I'm going to grab my Too Faced Shadow Insurance Eye Primer. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this all over the lid. Then once I've primed my eyes, I'm going to be grabbing my Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette. I'm actually going to move this down a little bit. I feel like it's too... I feel like that's better. So I'm firstly going to start by setting that primer in place. So I'm grabbing quite a large flat top kabuki and I'm going to be taking the shade Tempera from the palette. So I'm just going to pat that all over the eye. I'm then going to highlight my brow bone, and the shade that I've been absolutely loving for highlighting the brow bone and the inner corner is the shade Vermeer. I'm going to be sort of concentrating that on the very arch of my eyebrow. So now moving on to the transition shade, I'm going to be taking the shade 1 Fresco, which is this beautiful sort of pale lilac-y purple shade. So I'm going to be taking that again on a flat top kabuki, and I really like these sort of brushes to apply transition shades because I do feel like it helps to diffuse the colours out. I'm just going to start buffing that into the transitional area of the eye. I'm then going to move on to the crease colour. I'm going to be taking the shade Red Ochre from the palette, and I'm just going to pop that into the crease just to add a little bit more definition. And then switching back to my brush that I had my transition shade on, and I'm just going to go over that and just start blending it out. I'm then going to apply a lid colour, and I'm going to go in with the shade Antique Bronze. It's the shade just here. I'm just going to start packing that on to the lid. And then I'm also going to be taking a little bit of that Vermeer again, and I'm just going to pop that onto the very inner corner. Then taking my Morphe M506 brush, this is great for outer corner colours. I'm going to be taking the shade Cypress Umber, and I'm going to be taking this and just applying it to the outer corner of the eye. Again, going back to the brush that I have my transition shade on, and I'm just going to help blend that out. So now that the eyeshadow is complete, I'm going to be applying a little bit of liquid liner just to the upper lash line. I'm going to be using this Maybelline Master Ink liquid liner. I'm then going to go in with some mascara on my top lashes, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara in Very Black. I'm just going to apply a little bit of this to prep my eyelashes for my false ones, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply my false eyelashes. The main portion of the eye look is complete, so now I'm going to move on to the face. All the primer has sunk into my skin and is doing its job. I'm going to move on to foundation. This is the Revlon Color Stay Foundation in the shade Buff. So I'm going to be taking a bit of that foundation on the back of my hand. I'm just going to start dotting this all over the face. I'm going to take my Real Techniques Beauty Blender. I'm just going to start blending this in. So now moving on to concealer, I'm going to be using my NYX HD Studio Concealer. So I'm just going to be applying this in the usual places where I would normally conceal. So underneath my eyes, just my cupid's bow, my chin, down my nose, because foundation always comes off my nose because I get so oily, and just a little bit on my forehead. Then I'm going to take my dirty beauty blender again, and I'm just going to start blending that in. So just before I go in and set my face, I'm just going to go in with a little bit of an illuminator just to go on the tops of my cheekbones, and this is just because I want this look to be really, really glowy. So I'm going to go in with my NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator. So I'm just going to pat this on my cheekbones. I'm going to take my beauty blender again and kind of just blend it in a little bit more. So now I'm going to go ahead and set my entire face using a powder. So this is the Rimmel London Stay Matte powder, and this is the translucent one. So I'm just going to take this on a brush, and I'm just going to start patting this all over the face. And then once I've done that, I'm going to just focus now on the lower lash line, and then we can finish up with the face. So I'm going to take a pencil brush and dip back into my Modern Renaissance palette. I'm first going to be taking the shade 1 Fresco, which is our transition shade, and I'm just going to run this along the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take a very, very small amount of the shade Cypress Umber, and I am literally putting it on the very outer corner of the lower lash line. And I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara to my lower lashes, again using the same mascara that we used for the top lashes. So the final touches for the eyes, I'm going to go ahead and dip back in to the shade Vermeer, the same shade that we used for the brow bone highlight, and I'm going to go ahead and highlight the inner corner of my eye. And that is the eyes complete. I'm now going to move on to the rest of the face. So starting off with a little bit of bronzer, I'm going to be using my beloved Makeup Geek Love Triangle Contour Pan. So I'm going to take this on a large fluffy brush. I really enjoy contouring / bronzing using a brush like this. I'm going to go ahead and start bronzing up the face using it. I'm just not very good at contouring, so using a brush like this is perfect for me. And then going in with a blush, I'm going to be taking my Makeup Revolution Ultra Blush palette in the shade Sugar and Spice, mixing these two taupey shades and then applying them to the apples of the cheeks. I feel like every Valentine's look needs blush. Like, it needs it. For highlight today, I'm going to be grabbing my Nikkie Tutorials Power of Makeup collection in collaboration with Too Faced. I'm going to be taking the highlighting shade from this palette. It's basically the only one I use in this palette. It's not my favourite palette, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just going to take that on my Morphe M310 fan brush. I'm also going to spritz it with a little bit of my Mario Badescu rose water, and then I'm just going to start highlighting. So for the finishing touch, we're going to go in with the lip colour, and I'm going for quite a dark lip today. I know it's a Valentine's look, but I feel like this look needs a dark lip. So I'm going to go in with my MAC lipstick in the shade Stone all over the lips. And then I'm going to be taking my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Abu Dhabi, and I'm just going to be applying this into the centre just to lighten up a little bit. And that is the finished look. Actually wait, no. Got to spray my face with a little bit of this Mario Badescu Rose Water. Like I said at the beginning, I like spraying my face with it, just when I finish my makeup, just to help set it in place and also settle down the powderiness. Oh, so hydrating. I love it, and I love the smell, and ooh, so good. And then that's the finished look.